All righty. Well, let's get started. Welcome to the Economic Development Committee meeting of October 6th. Just for everybody that's here that might be presenting, there's a microphone right up there, right behind Bridget. So we're spaced out a little bit here due to COVID and being careful. So you can use that microphone when you're asked to present. First up, I want to entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the July 7th meeting.
Supervisor Wood, I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. Supervisor Winnie?
Okay, very good. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, first up, SEDC's here to speak about their second quarter payment and any updates that they might have. Dennis, Tori?
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good.
It's a beautiful day out there.
Yes.
We put in for our second quarter payment, which brings us up to $75,000 so far this year. We have at least that much to be spent in the fourth quarter coming up. So we've got a lot of things going on, but a couple things that we wanted to give you an update on. Projects this year so far have been very plentiful. We've had 5 already through approvals through IDAs and planning boards that amount to about $16,400,000. About 100 jobs created, 32 retained. It's the four projects that we have that are in the approval process right now that will amount to another 82,000 or 82 million. I'm sorry, apologize, 82 million. So by the end of the year, we expect to be at least $98 million with 9 total projects, another $8.5 million worth of new payroll. So it's been a good year. There's still quite a few other projects we're working on. The Empire State Development has been a little more active within the last 6 months, and they have gotten us some better looking leads on manufacturing. Yogurt has seemed to rear its ugly head again, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but there's extra milk production. We understand that is available. I shouldn't say it. There is milk production available, some extra milk there, so they're looking to utilize that, and that's going well.
So the supply chain for milk is pretty good then.
That's what I hear.
All right, good.
That's what I hear. I hear some people are not using all of it. So, and international companies are coming here to look to use our milk. So that's good. They're selling it here already. But those are the kind of projects we're working on, mostly manufacturing and some definite warehousing, a little bit of fabrication, and for the first time, a couple of projects that really extend infrastructure and things of that nature as well.
So I saw a press report this week about a project you're working on. What's that?
In Half Moon?
No, Clifton Park.
Oh, that was Green Mountain Electric.
Yep.
They are looking at the original Van Patten Lumberyard property over off 146A for a wire hub. And what they'll do, bring wire in, cut it to size for their clients. They're fabricating, manufacturing, and assembly. And they've got sites, quite a few sites between Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, that are retail centers. But that's not what this is. This is really where they do their fabricating of their systems for that. They're looking at a 64,000 square foot building, about a $6.2 million project.
Yeah, and that building's been empty for a little bit. It's being refurbished, so that was good to hear that it'll have an occupant soon.
That building's had blacktop floor since they never poured concrete, and it had a blacktop floor in it that you couldn't put equipment on because real heavy equipment just pushed right through it. So there's been a lot of work done on that building, brand new built up roof and everything. Looks really good.
Yeah, brand new roof.
It's going to be great.
Yep. Very good. Any questions for Dennis and SEDC at this time? Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve second quarter payment of 2021 to SEDC.
Supervisor Winter, make the motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Seconded by Supervisor Grasso.
Supervisor Grasso, thank you. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So today we have Mr. Rose. Are you the past president or are you president? I lost track of the days. What's the date? October 6th?
Technically past president now.
Okay, for the Saratoga County Prosperity Partnership, approving their payment as well. So what do you have for us?
Yes, so it'll be approving the second quarter payment for the Prosperity Partnership. There still are a few projects ongoing. Next Wave Communities, I think the town of Malta just finished up their consulting with MRB Group for their latest project. And there's still a few outstanding economic development funds that we'll be getting to shortly. So the first payment was for $112,500 in March. So we're just, on behalf of the partnership, we're seeking the second quarter payment.
Okay, and you have distributed a worksheet with an update for the year?
Yeah, it's just, this is the, an updated spreadsheet of the Economic Development Fund. I just printed it off so I can send it out to the committee just before we came in. But it's just reflecting what we'll be talking about shortly with the town of Wilton and town of Galloway's requests.
Very good. Okay. Just keep in mind, Matt, you're a lot younger than most of us, and reading this is a bit of a challenge.
Oh,
So
will do.
I know we're all trying to save paper, but a little bigger print and a couple extra pages.
Legal paper and bigger font. next
There you
time.
go. There you go, buddy. Perfect. All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the payment for the partnership.
Supervisor Wood, I'll make the motion.
Mr. Wood, do you have a second?
I'll second the motion. Supervisor
Yes.
Winnie.
Second by Supervisor Winnie. Discussion or questions for Matt?
Mr. Chairman, John Schaff here, checking in a few minutes late. My apologies.
Oh, that's okay, Mr. Vice Chair.
What are we paying here? If you don't mind me asking.
We are holding a spot for you. We are approving the next payment for the partnership. We just approved one for SEDC.
The quarterly?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any discussion? Yes, Mrs. Gaston.
What are the sales tax revenues? Are we saying the percentage change since that's what their payments are tied to?
The bed tax revenues.
Yes, sorry.
If they get half the sales tax, boy, you guys
Sorry.
got some cash.
Mm.
Do we know what the percentage is, or if the answer is no,
Well,
fine, could we just get that later?
Yeah, I don't know if Drew has a good handle on what we might receive in total for this year. Obviously, we still have another quarter to go, but this payment will not get us into a territory where I don't think it gets us to a point where we'd have to give money back. I think we're pretty safe with this payment. Do you have any idea, Drew, on the? I know we're putting you on the spot here with a.
Oh, that's fine. I actually don't have the total on me, but I can get it for you in about 5 minutes if you want. But I can attest that what Supervisor Barrett just said is accurate, where this payment won't be an issue. It'll be the next payment that's the issue.
Well,
Okay.
and my concern is not whether this payment puts anybody into the red or puts anybody back, but part of the discussion when the resolution was made is that we would notify of how we were looking with each of these payments, because I don't want any organization to be surprised
Yeah.
when we look at it next time. So if we could just get that, I would appreciate that. Thank you.
It's up from last year. That's for certain, and significantly, I would assume. But yeah, this payment will not put them in any position to have to return money. Anyone else? Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Matt's going to stay with us. He's going to talk about a couple of municipal planning grants that are administered through the partnership. We have one from the town of Wilton and one from the town of Galway. First up is Wilton.
Yeah, so the town of Wilton, for their Economic Development Fund drawdown request, as you can see by the backup, they submitted paperwork related to the repair of the bell tower at the Wilton Heritage Museum. There's a lot of historical artifacts in there. So these repairs, in terms of the leaks and the mildew damage that had accumulated there, are now fixed. So they are looking for the full reimbursement of $7,100, and yeah, I will answer any questions as best as possible.
I'll entertain a motion to approve that municipal planning grant for the town of Wilton.
I'll move by Supervisor Grasso.
Okay, do I have a second? Second by Supervisor Gaston. Discussion, questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Town of Galway.
Yeah, so the town of Galway, similar in terms of the amount, they're looking for the full 7,100. What they did was consult with the MRB group as well on a feasibility study for possible senior housing in the town, which was completed. I'd have to catch up with Supervisor Smith on possible site locations, though.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's obviously an important segment of the housing stock, and good foresight on their part. I'll entertain a motion to approve the grant to the town of Galway.
Supervisor Winnie?
Okay, moved by Supervisor Gaston, second by Supervisor Winnie. Discussion, questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thank you, Matt. Next up was supposed to be Pete Bardunius from the Capital Region Chamber. Unfortunately, Pete is ill and didn't want to take the chance. He's going to get a COVID test, so just to make sure. But obviously, with precautions that we're all following, if you're not feeling well, it's important that you stay away from crowds and get tested as soon as possible. But he did provide backup for the chamber activities for 2021. I did invite him to the November meeting of the Economic Development Committee. I expect he will be here to present that day. So if you have any questions about what was distributed on behalf of the chamber, I'm sure Pete would appreciate speaking to you about it. Any other business to come before the committee? Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Supervisor Winnie will make that motion.
Okay.
Second, Supervisor Wood.
Second by Supervisor Wood, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.